I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can do? I don't believe we've had a word all day about anything at all. I heard you talking in the night. That's right, yes, I heard you call. Though I could hardly hear the name you spoke. It's a name I don't recall. I heard you softly whisper. I reached out to hold you near me. Then from your lips there came that secret I was not supposed to know. I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can say? Don't believe we've had a word all day about anything at all. I reached out to hold you near me. Then from your lips there came that secret I was not supposed to know. I heard you talking in your sleep. Is there anything that I can do? I don't believe we've had a word all day about anything at all. I heard you talking in the night. That's right, yes, I heard you call. Though I could hardly hear the name you spoke. It's a name I don't recall.
I'm all in pieces. Here we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or possibly just gentlemen tonight. We are live for real. Yes, we are. Um, I've realised it's Thanksgiving weekend, you know, in America, so the American contingent might be having family time tonight. Or they might be elsewhere. They might have forgotten I exist because I haven't been here so damn long. Anyway, regardless of that, we've got Evan David and Bostart in. Bostart, of course, um, talking about the first tune I played, They've Been Talking in Your Sleep. That was a couple of songs there um, from, well, from these areas of these bands that could have been on the albums we're talking about, but weren't, because apart from the one that I actually have a physical copy of, which is America's Greatest Hits, none of these albums were complete in terms of all available hit singles featuring on them, as we shall see. But they contained enough gems. And, I don't usually talk about greatest hits albums. I don't really these days even listen to them much. Uh, these ones I don't listen to at all. Because I make my own compilations, don't I? Yes, I do. But I like a good anniversary. These are all 50 years old this month, and they're all fairly significant to me personally. So let me see. I dare say, Evan David, you're familiar with not that much of what we're going to be covering tonight, whereas Bostart, you're probably familiar with the bulk of it. And hello, Caleb, welcome. Chicago's your favourite? Great, because I did put out a wee poll during the week asking people to pick their favourite of these four, and I thought Chicago would ace it because, well, Chicago stuff on the channel usually does pretty well. But no, America won the poll. Only just, and I'm afraid Paul Gordon and Seals and Crofts languished in bottom last. But everybody got votes, so that's the main thing. So we'll be hearing probably something from all of them as we go along, and hopefully finding some stuff to enjoy from all. If you're very familiar with these songs, hope you enjoy them again. If you're hearing stuff for the first time, that's great. Hope you like it. And as I say, we've got the opportunity for not just me to be picking songs, but for you as well as we go along, if you so choose to do so. So let's kick off with, and for those who don't know, we're going to do, I'll just talk about Gord's Gold first of all, because Bostart and I have already done a separate video about the first disc of Gord's Gold, which was his remakes of earlier songs. So we're not covering any of those tonight. We're just listening to disc 2 of that, which is at the time his current era. And everything else is the complete album. So we've got 45 tunes in total, and that handily divides by 3. So we're going to hear 15 of them. Maybe more if we have the time, but maybe less if we get taken down earlier. But that's the plan. So let me start us off with see how hard these choices are going to be. And we'll start with Summer Breeze from Seals and Crofts. Easily their most recognisable song in this day and age, and personally, probably my least favourite of theirs. We've got Carefree Highway from Gordon Lightfoot, top 10 hit for him. And possibly my least favourite song from the Sundown album. Is that a hot take? Maybe. And then the third choice here is Seals and Crofts again with When I Meet Them. Now, I just talked about Gord's Gold and him re-recording songs. This is a re-recording of their first single for Warner Brothers, which was they're on the same label, so they didn't have to re-record it to include it. They chose to. And the original single bubbled under at 104. This is a much more upbeat version of the song, which has always been my favourite version of it. And you've probably guessed it's the one we're going to start us off with. So let's do it. This is Seals and Crofts. When I meet them. And by the way, I've no idea the personnel on this track because I can't find it anywhere. But great players all, I'm sure. So, yeah, I thought, Evan David, these might be mostly unknown to you. You might find that you know some songs that you didn't realise you knew. Oh, and Caleb, you've been buying Genesis and Billy Joel comps lately. Was that to fill holes in your collection, or just starting off on those artists? This is a nice opening tune as well, a good come on in song. So, Evan David, would you be game to do some picking of songs tonight, or will you leave that to those of us who know the songs? Because I can play you the intros, and you can say, yeah, that one, that can work. And Bostart, I know you'll be up for making a choice, and indeed I'll give you the next one if you like. It's definitely Page on keyboards, because he's recognisable to me. I can pick him out in the lineup, no trouble. There'll be a variety of people on other things on this tune. And this is one of two albums that was of these four that I've known me whole life effectively, because they were in my mum's collection when I was born, so I've been listening to this music for a very long time. Alright, so
the minstrel of the dawn is here to make you
Bostart, it's your choice, and that's your first one. I know you don't need an explanation of that. Your second choice is, does anybody really know what time it is from Chicago? Or Seals and Crofts again, Ruby Jean and Billy Lee. You know, I think I can probably guess which one you're going to go for, but let me know, and we will hear it. And yeah, then Evan David, I'll give you the next one, and Caleb, if you're game for making a choice, I'll have you next in line. If that's good by you, and if it's not, that's also fine. Nobody's under any pressure. And I hope I remember to set this to low latency so that you can answer me in quick time. Oh, both start surprising me by keeping us sticking with Seals and Crofts, which is no skin off my nose, I can tell you. An album cut from the Diamond Girl album. This is an ode to both their wives. starting with Jim Seal's wife, Ruby Jean, and then Dash Crofts' wife, Biddy Lee. So you'll hear both of their vocals for the respective partners.
Oh, Ruby Jean.
We're going to start in adventurous mode tonight. That's what we like.
I dreamed I was running somewhere beyond the stars. I called out to you, and you answered softly. You are the children's eyes, and I'm the days gone by.
In the unmistakable sound of David Paich on the keys. This is his breakthrough album as a session player.
The
Title track was the first hit single he played on, and that kind of got him not only getting lots more studio bookings, but the opportunity to say, hey, I know this drummer called Jeff Walkara that you should book as well.
Uniting black and white. You are the rich brown earth, I'm the flowers that grow. We'll have children of the kingdom. They won't be torn by war, nor will they kill or hate or hesitate to love just as.
So people probably in here aren't familiar that Seals and Crofts were both deeply involved in the Baha'i faith.
Oh, Billy Lee,
and
it's destiny.
You know, I'm not, but I've always found the spiritual element to their music gives it another dimension that's lacking from a lot of their contemporaries.
But you'll have to help me through. You barred the straight and narrow path, and I'm the wayfarer. Oh, Billy Lee.
Yeah, Bostart. George Harrison's a great comparison
You shall
for
be
that.
free in the years to come to help build the promised land.
24 years ago today, wow.
Where the days
Bostart just mentioned that George left us on this day 24 years ago.
live as one. He is the object of our longing, and we're his creation. We'll have children of the kingdom. They won't be torn.
So yeah, a bit of Dash Crofts on these vocals, that's pretty rare in their catalogue. He's kind of the ringer of the band, even though they're only duo. They do a song or two per album, mostly. It's Jim Seals that you will hear on the lead vocals. But he's got a nice voice in his own way. And Evan David, get your ears ready because the intro of your first choice will be coming in 10 seconds from now. I'll give you 5 or 10 seconds of each song and you can tell us which one you want to hear all of. So first up you have got I've Been Searching So Long from Chicago. It's reached number 9 in 1974. Option 2 is Colour My World from Chicago, which hit number 7 in 1970. And your final option is not by Chicago, it's Daisy Jane from America, which is a very quiet intro, so that's not going to give you much information at all. So that's all I'm going to give you. You can hit from that scant knowledge, and there's no wrong answers here, and two of the three are excellent, and the other one's fine. That's my take. So I will let you muse on that and see what you go with. Yeah, the only physical copy of any of these that I have these days is the American one, which I picked up recently for a whole pound, on account of. Well, we'll see what. We'll get to that when we have an America tune, which might be about now. It might not. We shall soon find out. Evan David is cogitating and contemplating. All right, he's going to go for the first option, which gives us our first Chicago tune of the night. Both of those Chicago options were written by Jimmy Pankow, the trombonist, but the one we're hearing is from Chicago 7, their final double album, and a #1. Their third of 5 consecutive #1 albums. Of course, the fifth of those is the greatest hits itself. By this point, Jimmy Pankow had realised that if I give a song to Peter Cetera to sing, it'll probably be a single and probably a hit. No, there wasn't enough for Evan David, and no, you didn't pick it if there was one. Colour My World is, I mean, to me, I never listened to it outside of its context, which is the middle slow bit of a 12-minute suite. Caleb, if you are still in, let me know, and I'll give you the next option. And if you're not around to pick it, that's no problem, because I will. Yeah, Evan David's asking, would this have been in my Chicago stream a while back, or was that a different era of the band? It was a different era of the band. For those who don't know, we did a post-Terry Kath stream of Chicago, so going from 1978 onwards. But this is all very much the Terry era, although he doesn't really get showcased on many of the songs, because, you know, they still have the more commercial side of things, whereas he kind of dominated the less commercial side of things, which is. But that said, here he comes now, although drowned in quite a lot of strings. That's some dark humour there, Bostart. course, the album this is from, Chicago 7, it's an interesting one in the catalogue because it's where they went jazz, or at least for the first side and a half. All jazz instrumentals before the vocals kick in 25 minutes into the album. And then you get kind of a more conventional songs that would have fitted on any of the other contemporary albums of theirs. And it was live, they didn't have the strings, so this was a showcase for Terry. So, yeah, his playing on that is quite outstanding. So it looks like it's over to me for choice number 3. Here is the one song out of all the 45 that we are not hearing. It's a definitely not this one. Muskrat Love from America. Just no. But we might be hearing Castles in Sand from Seals and Crofts. Or we might stay with Chicago. We've already had a couple of Seals and Crofts, and this one, Evan David, will be of interest potentially because we've got a couple of members of the Beach Boys on backing vocals, Al Jardine and Carl Wilson. Chicago's producer and manager at the time also took on the Beach Boys around the same time, so they collaborated here, and then they did a stadium tour together in 1975. Supposedly, they were supposed to release a double live album of that tour, which fell through, which is why they released the Greatest Hits instead. And of the 11 songs on Chicago's Greatest Hits, this is the smallest hit, reached number 11. Everything else was top 10. Yeah, as Bostart points out, that's where the beginnings of the relationship with Carl Wilson were with Robert Lamb, who of course created a trio with Wilson and Jerry Beckley of America. I think we heard a song from that album on a previous stream once upon a time. Or I might have just talked about it, one of the two. I know there's other folks coming in and out, but if anybody wants to jump in and take a choice, you'd be welcome to. Otherwise, I'll keep running between the active ones in the chat. So, Bostart, this means you'll be up next again, if that's all right by ye. So this is one of the small handful of Cathera tracks even, that stick with it. Of course, this is the oddity of this song, is that it's written by Peter Cetera, but the lead vocal is by Terry Kath. Supposedly they recorded it in the wrong key, which seems an astonishing thing for them to have been able to achieve this far into their studio recording career. So I'm not entirely sure that that's the truth of it. The end result is quite fabulous. This will be the last single that Terry sang lead vocals on. Yeah, I can't honestly see myself ever doing a Beach Boys themed stream. Life's too short. Which is no shade on them. Well, okay, maybe it's a slight bit of shade on them. Alrighty, Bostart, you are in the firing line. Let's see what we can give you. America's second #1 single, Sister Golden Hair. America's second top 10 single, I Need You. Both Jerry Beckley tunes. Or Some Side of Life from Gordon Lightfoot. We haven't had a proper Gord or America song yet, so either way we'll get a new artist. I mean, I know I played Gord at the top of the stream, but in terms of proper, I thought you might plump for this. So this is the least, well, not quite, like I said, when I meet them from Seals and Crofts, the original version of that, bubbled under at 104. This is probably of the ones that made the top 100 the least successful. It went to number 98 in the States, of course. It's a title track of one of my top 5 Lightfoot albums. Sean from Reaction to the Classics has a full album reaction up to this one at my behest from quite a few years ago now. But yeah, here we go. Summer Side of Life. And that is the thing. Bostart says he was going to pick an America song, but this is such a classic. That's the beauty and the tragedy of the best of 3 format. I'm sure we'll get to an American tune before the night is out. Or am I? Bostart, yes, I was when traded getting back a while as well, when traded his title track stream. I think I did a title track stream at one point as well. I like title tracks, even if they are the cheapest way of naming an album. I've always felt a bit of a cheat.
They talked all night.
If it got all of the votes, then I must have voted for Endless Wire as well, but it would have been a hard choice. Yeah, I guess that's part of it, Bostart suggesting that title tracks aren't always the best song on the album, but might be picked out as one that will grab people's attentions in the record store.
He prayed all night. Then he walked into a house where love had been his place.
Well, Evan David, the Who song called Endless Wire wouldn't have been a title track, presumably. The fact that you're mentioning that I have an idea for my next stream, which is probably going to be in 2 weeks' time. Because, I mean, we're not on Spotify at all tonight, but right now I have, I think, just started 2 months free subscription to Spotify. I'm not going to renew it past then, but it does mean that for a very brief time I'll be able to play songs through Spotify without us having to worry about ads. So I thought we might do a night of song wars, or battles if you like, where we choose 2 songs with the same title and pair them off against each other. Could be fun. It's the thought at the stage, but you know, having said it out loud, it seems like a good idea. So we shall see. And Evan David, I hope you I mean, you can't go wrong. We've skipped Muskrat Love. Nobody's going to accidentally select that. So whatever you choose out of these next 3 will be good. And they are Saturday in the Park, the biggest hit for Chicago at this point in time, number 3. Or staying with Lightfoot's breakthrough single, If You Could Read My Mind, at hit number 5. Or Chicago again with their first top 10 hit, Make Me Smile.
Children play in the park, they don't know.
So, I'm rewinding to the first one, not because I'm assuming what you are going to play, but or choose rather, but just because. Good, Bostart. Well, of course, I was supposed to be as well, but I can't really talk about that because, yeah, I'll fill you in on that saga once it's over, which it's not yet. That first Chicago one, okay. Well, I was handy to rewind back to that because here it is. This is written and sung by Robert Lamb, the band's keyboardist, with a guest appearance from Peter Cetera as well. As I say, their biggest hit at this point in time, which number 3, and was their first gold single, Saturday in the Park. This is from their first of the 5 consecutive number 1 albums, and the longest running. This was number 1 for 9 weeks, Chicago 5. Bostart's happy with your choice, Evan David. His favourite Chicago track on the Street Player. Now, the Chicago track you didn't choose was Make Me Smile, which is a great song as well. But it's another one that comes from that suite that Colour My World is from, so you did right to avoid the nasty 3-minute edit of that. But, speaking of side 2 of Chicago, I was very young when this happened, maybe 5 or 6. I saw we'd played side 1, that was fine. Mum turned the record over and put side 2 on, and the needle went scratched right across the whole damn thing. And that was the dead record. I remember asking Dad to get me a replacement copy for probably for Christmas, whatever year that was, and he said, "You don't need a record for Christmas because you got one for your birthday." At which point I realised we probably weren't going to be friends. yeah, as a result, Chicago were out of my life for a couple of years at least before I got the best of Chicago for my 8th birthday on cassette. No, Bostart, my birthday's in June. I've always thought that having that 6-month split was a good thing. Don't know how, I mean, you guys are probably just used to it because it's always been that way, getting all your prezzies within 4 or 6 weeks and then going without the rest of the year, you poor things. All right. A fine choice from Evan David, and as you've seen, that would have been the same choice any of us would have made. So well done. Oh, yeah, no, I still probably would have taken that. Okay, so it's over to me. We've got Sundown, the #1 single from Mr. Lightfoot. I'll Play For You from Seals and Crofts. Or America are languishing. They're going to turn up later in the stream. I can sense it. But just walking through these three, you know, I did a old style. I mean, it was very early on in the channel. I did an old style random 4-player, the Sundown album, and the title track came up. And I believe I had to do something funny to it because it got actually blocked the song. So that's a reason, or one reason, not to play it. I'll Play For You is one of the more lightweight Seals and Crofts songs. There was a reason they needed a lightweight single at this point in time. I won't get into that right now. But 25 or 64 opens the Chicago Greatest Hits. It was originally in the middle of side 3 of Chicago 2 and is their signature song, and to this day is their encore song. Because it rocks. And this is one that really does showcase the great Terry Kath on guitar. Again, written by Robert Lamb, the keyboard player, but it's a guitar song sung by the bass player, Peter Cetera. So Robert could be very generous with his compositions as to who sung them and who played on them. So let's do it.
Waiting for the break of day, searching for something to say, flashing lights against the sky, giving up, I close my eyes.
I haven't. What tune are we on now? Is this 6, 7? We're coming up to the midway point anyway. Has been Chicago heavy so far. I apologise to any non-Chicago fans, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, thanks for that. 7. We won't count those first 2. Those were just introductory offerings.
Getting up to splash my face, wanting just to stay away, wondering how much I can.
Of course, I kicked off 2025 with a song war video of Chicago with the, let's say, ill-advised 1986 remake they did in 1986 against a performance of this lineup at Tanglewood, which is legendary. Perry, off the scale, brilliant on that performance. Ah, Peter, thanks for saying so and thanks for coming in. Peter saying, for those who can't see the chat, he subscribed to my channel because of the Chicago content. And the show is brilliant. Well, I'm not going to disagree on that. In less happy news, I'm already getting the nasty message from YouTube about copyrighted audio being detected, etc. I hadn't planned to do a second part because I was hoping we wouldn't need to, but we'll see how we go, how far we get. Are you enjoying just chilling, or would you like to participate and make a choice from the from 3 songs at some point? I will let you answer that in your own time, but where are we cycling around to? If I made the choice, it must be Bostart's turn. So we shall see what's in store for him. Probably not Chicago. You never know. We have got Cotton Jenny from Gordon Lightfoot, King of Nothing from Seals and Crofts, which is Dash Crofts on the vocals, or Easter Ginger Trees from Seals and Crofts.
Go east of your dreaming farm.
So that's as much of, I assume, lack of familiarity Bostart on the Seals and Crofts tunes there. Does that mean you're plump for the gourd? It doesn't necessarily. I never know what you're going to do, which is what makes it exciting and fun. Oh, you've already answered. Easter Ginger Trees. Fantastic. Let's do that. Getting us back to Seals and Crofts. This is from the Summer Breeze album. It wasn't a single, but they didn't have that many hits, so needed some other songs to bulk it out. But this is, again, a very pretty song and a very, it's got the spiritual element in there as well.
East of your dreaming farm, let peace and silence spin your yarn. What harm can befall thee in yon wilderness of clover?
Bostart's chosen this because he likes songs about food and compass points. Well, this is probably your favourite song of all time. Nice haunting string arrangement from Marty Page, David's dad, of course. Hence how David ended up on the following album and would take over the string and horn arrangements for several Seals and Crofts albums. In all seriousness, Bostart, I was going to do a stream at some point about directions. I might do that one of these years. Colours as well, for that matter. How about trees? Tall trees? Yeah, Bostart, Luke was kind of the odd one out in that sense, but I assume you know that his dad worked in film and telly. It was probably the thing he's most remembered for as being the assistant director on, I think, the first 3 or 4 years of Happy Days. So it was all still in the biz, just not the music biz. So these lines about whales swimming in the oceans of life, etc., those are actually direct quotes from the Baha'i scriptures. Oh, you said that I actually listened to the Amsterdam show for the first time in ages, quite recently, and just remembered what a cracking performance that was. Peter, when you say you just love Summer Breeze from Seals and Crofts, do you mean you don't like other Seals and Crofts? That's allowed. So, I guess we're rolling around to you again, Evan David, if you're... you haven't led us astray so far, and you won't again. I can feel it in my bones. So, intro number 1 for you is Mr. Lightfoot with Old Dan's Records. Or you could stick with Seals and Crofts with We May Never Pass This Way Again. Or you could give us our first America tune of the night with Lonely People. But as ever, the choice is yours, and it doesn't have to be the same one I would make. I don't remember the Fonz and Happy Days gang cartoon. I did not even know it existed, to be honest. But Bostart does. Evan David giving America the sympathy vote. So this is a Dan Peake song. All 3 members of America wrote roughly an equal amount of hits, but this was his biggest, reaching number 5 from the Holiday album in 1974, the first America album to be produced by the great George Martin. Here it is. Of course, when it comes to the earlier songs on History, George remixed them and so got a producer credit for the whole album, which has caused no end of confusion since, and lots of people will tell you that he produced A Horse with No Name and Ventura Highway, and he did not. He had nothing to do with those at all.
This is for all the lonely people.
But he did work with America more than any other band, apart from one, Can you guess which band that was? Yeah, I thought you could.
Drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky. This is for all the single people thinking that love.
So this compilation was again huge for America. It reached number 3, 4 times platinum,
Don't give up until you
and then
drink from the silver cup.
pretty much
You never know until
disappeared after that.
well I'm on my way. Yes, I'm back to
So some would say that History was
well I'm on my
a well-named title.
way back home.
That would be unfair.
Get it?
This is Dan Peak. The oldest member of the group and the first to leave.
This is for all the lonely
He departed in 77. Fascinatingly,
thinking that life is
the brief liner notes on this are hideously inaccurate and say that he returned for You Can Do Magic, which was their comeback hit in the 80s. But of course, he didn't return to the band for that, or indeed ever.
never take you down or never give you up. You never know until you try.
All right, a nice little quick number there. The reason, or one of the reasons I bought Gord's Gold is because I wanted a copy of my own of this song, Circle of Steel from Gord and Lightfoot. Rainy Day People from Gord is another option. And my third and final one is another Dan Peak song from America. But you know what? I've got a whole separate video dedicated to Circle of Steel, so let's stick with America. They've had a poor showing tonight. This is another short little song, just over 2 minutes long. Closed the History album. It was the third and final single from the Hearts album, reached number 44. Funny that we could do the Dan songs, because he is actually my least favourite member of America by quite a distance. Rest in peace, Dan, just the same. I still like him, just not as much as the other two.
Won't you be my woman tonight? I get the shivers up and down my spine. The only time I'm happy is when I know she's mine. So hold me tight. Treat me right. Won't you be
Those start votes against Jerry for being too ballady, which,
treat me right?
yeah, I can
Won't you be my
understand that. Although he does write a good ballad, just like Peter Cetera. You know, if someone's good at something, they should stick in their lane. Maybe.
hold me tight? All right.
But that's also the good thing about these bands with multiple songwriters bringing different styles and flavours to their works. Yes, Evan David, how did you, if you mean Dan Peak, yes, but how did you deduce that? And don't say you guessed, because there's enough uncertainty in the universe as there is, as somebody might have said.
Hold me tight. Won't you be my woman tonight? Get the shiver up and down my spine. The only time I'm happy is when
Those of you who know the critic Robert Christgau,
hold me tight.
he described America's Greatest Hits as being more tuneful than Seals and Crofts, but with less to say, which I think is half true. And blimey, we are back to you, Bostart. So swiftly how it comes around. So you've got Just You and Me from Chicago, a third Dan Peake America song with Don't Cross the River, or Beautiful from Mr. Lightfoot. Three quite different options there. And you were super quick last time, so let me see what you're going to go with. What was the first one? It was Just You and Me from Chicago. Which was their second gold single. All right, we're going to do the Dan Peake America triple play. Here is his first song to be released as an A-side officially from their Homecoming album, which is my favourite America album by a long shot. This reached number 35, and then it's got Henry Diltz on banjo, who you probably know best for being a photographer for America and Eagles and Crosby, Stills and Nash, and just about everybody from that era, really. So this is the first of the George Martin remix tracks that we're hearing tonight. They were very subtle, I have to say.
She knows and plays it smart. And if she's coming, she's sure no more. She's heard no whistle blowing from the dark. She feels like leaving and she don't know why. Without no bridges, she's trapped. So I sang, across the river if you can't swim the tide. Don't try denying living on the other side.
Okay, so this adds a fiddle. There it is there. That's not in the original recording. I'm guessing Banana Man looked like a banana, Evan David? That's all I have to say about Beano and Vandy, really. Didn't particularly translate to my corner of the universe. In case anyone's wondering, Dan did indeed write some songs that were longer than 2.5 minutes, I promise you. But they're not the ones that we've heard tonight. All right, so we're in that very short run, we're back to Evan David. So you have got a choice, not between that. Diamond Girl from Seals and Crofts. Number 6 hit for them. A Dewey Bunnell tune from America, Tin Man, which reached number 4, or their debut single, A Horse with No Name, which was number 1 in America, and the only big hit in the UK where it hit number 3, and of course is the one song that you know. Does that mean it's the song you're going to pick? Who can say? You can say. And when you do, we'll play whatever you have decided on. As ever, I mean, yeah, 3 great choices. Again, I know which one I would choose, and it's probably different to you, but that's fine. let's go with the song you know. Well, why not? And this is the song that introduced me to America. Like a lot of people, I thought it was by Neil Young. Um, and of course, it's not. And as I said before, it's also not produced by George Martin, but his remix, according to Wikipedia, this features a more prominent bass part than the original, and the voice can briefly be heard in the background about 2 minutes into the track that's not on the original recording.
The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
So we started with a kind of a mix of Seals and Crofts in Chicago. Chords only made one appearance, and now we're on a run of America. As I say, there was no way of predicting what would come up in what order. I hope everyone's enjoying what is coming up and what we're choosing.
After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out.
Oh wow, Evan David says that he had this on
In the desert,
a 2-cassette 70s hits compilation. It was one of the first albums he owned and has since reacquired it on CD. Now, do you mean that you've acquired this song or that particular compilation? Because I mean, I'm sure there's been gazillions of similar things popped out, so that would be quite a hit.
after 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground and a perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be
And,
out of the rain.
Of these 4 albums, this is the last one that entered my world. I bought this in a beat-up sleeve, but the record itself was pristine. Vinyl, obviously. I'd say I was 11 or 12, maybe. I know exactly where I got it. It was my primary school's annual gala, which always had, like bric-a-brac and second-hand books and a box of second-hand records to pilfer through. That year I bought 15 records, and the only 2 I remember specifically are the last 2, which were this and Greatest Stories Live by Harry Chapin, because I bought them in like 3 batches of things. I could probably guess what some of the others were. There was probably some Bowie in there, possibly a Genesis album or 2. But yeah, no, I remember those 2 albums being the last because they became the most significant. And for a while I played History pretty much every day for a while. So it's back to me. We can stick with America and Ventura Highway, my favourite song from them. We could go to Chicago with Feeling Stronger Every Day, or Hummingbird from Seals and Crofts. All right, I knew at some point a tough choice would come. All 3 are amongst my absolute favourites from each group. Ooh, feeling stronger every day. Ooh, hummingbird. I'm going to rule Ventura Highway out because we've had a run of America. It's time for something different, even though Ventura Highway is my favourite America single of them all. Yeah, let's do the Seals and Crofts. The Soaphouse Summer Breeze album was their follow-up to the title track, which was a hit, and reached number 20 itself. Again, really spiritual lyrics, and amongst this one, which clearly appealed to me when I was very young, because I've always loved it. Right, here we go. Good morning, Alan. Welcome to... Oh, no, it's still November where you are, isn't it? Only just. Yeah, they had some interesting people cover them. I mean, you wouldn't. Bostart just mentioned that Seals and Crofts had Cottonmouth, which was covered by the Doobies. Yeah, a lot of people covered Seals and Crofts in the 70s. But Cottonmouth was from the Down Home album, which kind of predated their success, although by this stage Warner Brothers had re-released it, so they did have the rights to it. So I don't know if you know what we're doing, Alan, but all four albums sat behind me are greatest hits albums released exactly 50 years ago in November 1975, and we're doing best of three, so we haven't got many tunes left, and indeed we might get taken down any moment. At this stage I probably will just cut it off cruelly where they stop us, but if we do have time and you want to make a pick of a batch of three, then just say so and I'll give you the next selection. And if you don't, that's also fine. Bostart is primed and ready to go.
Somehow keep getting longer, and those spirit voices whisper in us heart. Haven't you noticed the rays? The spirit sun is stronger.
Seals and Crofts have probably been a bit forgotten over time for a few reasons. Of course, they split up, and apart from... Oh, we're gone. We're gone.